What's going on, everyone? In today's episode, I'm gonna give you my 5-step process to hardening off seedlings. That's gonna give you amazing results in a very short period of time. If you've been growing seedlings for any length of time, you'll know that you cannot just take these seedlings and throw them outside. If you do, bad things can happen, primarily sun scald. But there's a few other things that can happen. So without further ado, we're gonna talk about how to get these outdoors. Let's go. So regardless of what you're growing, whether it's a pepper, a tomato, or any other crop, it's gonna follow this simple 5-step process because a lot of times gardeners will make exceptions for certain plants and then make exceptions for others, and I'm here to tell you that's not gonna fly. If you wanna have the best chance of success, this 5-step process is gonna apply to all of your plants that you're gonna wanna be hardening off outside. Now, the first thing to realize is that these grow lights here are bright, but even on the cloudiest day outside, your grow lights are still not as bright. And that is mind-blowing. These grow lights here are potent, and these plants are growing great with the light that's being provided. However, the sun is a different type of light. It's sunlight, and it's way more potent. And your plants, if you take them from this grow light and throw them outside, they're gonna burn. I'll show you what sunburn looks like. This is sun scald. It's really characterized by the white or silvery leaves that form on your seedlings once you take them outside. Basically what that is the same as you going outside and staying outside in the sun too long. It's essentially burning the cells, and once it burns them, it bleaches them. And that's why they turn white or silvery. Now the downside is that once they burn, they're not gonna return. Wasn't intended to rhyme, but either. But once they burn, they're not gonna return, and they do form new leaves over time, but you're gonna lose a lot of your time that you've built up getting this plant nice and beautiful because it's gonna be stressed. And so you don't want to burn your leaves, you don't want any sun scald. Oftentimes you can actually kill your seedlings too if they're not ready for it. So that's just one thing that can happen. The other thing that can happen is that when they're exposed to strong wind or rain or different conditions outside that you don't have inside, you can end up with snapped stems or bent over plants, uprooted seedlings. Bad things can happen. And so this 5-step process is gonna help to make sure that those things don't happen. So now normally, people that harden off their seedlings will tell you to do what's called condition them. And that is essentially where you bring them outside for 2 hours, expose them to whatever conditions they have, and then take them back indoors. And you up the quantity of hours, or the duration, I should say, of hours by 2 every single day. The problem is there's 24 hours in a day, and oftentimes people will say to take 2 weeks to harden off your seedlings. It's never happened in my gardening life, and it's never gonna happen in your gardening life if you follow this step, because the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a cloudy day. I like to pick an overcast, cloudy day with minimal wind, but just really good cloud cover, because what it's gonna allow us to do is stay outside for 4 to 6 hours right off the bat. As long as you have good cloud cover, the amount of sunlight that these seedlings are gonna get will not cause sunburn as long as it is nice and overcast, 4 to 6. And that's gonna instantly jump the duration up by 3 days right off the bat. Step 2 is rather than go up by 2 hours, go by 4 hours. Now, I prefer to go up by 4 hours because I find that 2 hours, I just don't have that type of time. And honestly, your seedlings don't either. They wanna get out in the garden, and you're gonna be fine. Now, if it is very harsh sun, that is an exception. But under most normal conditions, once they're out the first day for 4 to 6 hours in overcast conditions, they can be outside for another 4 hours, no problem at all, but I wouldn't go much more than that. I would stick to 4 hours and not a whole lot more, because then you do run the risk of burning the seedlings, and I don't want you to do that. Also, the other thing too, another tip that I apply, and that's using the side of a building, because oftentimes what we're really trying to protect them against is not the morning sun or the afternoon sun, like the evening sun, it's the direct overhead noon to maybe like 3 p.m., right? There's a 3 to 4 hour window where the sun is the strongest, and that's really what we want to avoid on these seedlings. And so what we're gonna do, rather than keep them outside, imagine like a dial, right? We're gonna condition this side of the dial, and we're gonna condition this side of the dial, but we're gonna avoid the top, right? And we're gonna save the top for last. Step 3 is pick an east or a west side of a building. This is gonna give you great protection, because what's gonna happen is in the morning, right? In the morning, we're gonna already have had the plants out for 4 to 6 hours on an overcast day. The second day, we're already gonna be out for almost 10 hours. And so then day 3, we're gonna pick an east or a west side of a building, and that's gonna give us protection from the overhead sun, because what we're gonna get is we're gonna get all that beautiful morning sun or that beautiful evening sun. So we're gonna take these seedlings and we're just gonna set them right here, and we're gonna leave them. Now we're not gonna take them indoors because they're gonna be blocked. They're not gonna have any access to sunlight, but what they are going to have access to is really important, and that's wind. We want these seedlings to be drifting through the wind so it can strengthen their stems. If it happens to rain or something like that, or if we're watering, we can water a little more aggressively than we would indoors, which is gonna help to strengthen the stems so they're not gonna be as feeble and as weak. But leaving them out here is going to give you the best chance of making sure that they can survive the full day duration, because once they've already survived 10 hours outdoors, they're starting to become acclimated really quickly. And then, because there's no sunlight right here, it's being blocked, hence why we're in the shade, they can actually stay out here for so much longer, because the wind, if it's real strong, avoid it, but moderate wind, like the breeze that we're having today, is essential, and they can survive that breeze for 24, 48, I mean, they need to survive it the whole time, right? So it's not like wind is what's gonna kill them, it's the strong overhead sun. And again, we wanna make sure we cover this side of the dial and this side of the dial and avoid this side, right? This main part of the day is the worst, and we're saving that for last. Fourth step, and this is critical. This is gonna get you exposed to that top part of the day that we're trying to avoid. And that is that after day 1, when you've left them out for 4 to 6 hours, after day 2, when you've left them outside for now 6 to 10 hours, and then after day 3, they've been sitting out for the entire day, but protected by a building and only getting either all morning or all afternoon sun, but staying out the entire day. Day 4 is where we bring them out for only 1 to 2 hours at most during peak sun. And then 1 to 2 hours, we move them back in the shade. What that's going to do is it's going to give them that most dangerous exposure for a brief enough time that it's really going to force them to condition quickly. And I have found the best results by doing this. So what we've done is, again, they've been in the shade. That previous day, they've been in the shade for the whole part of that dangerous part of the day. On day 4, we pull them out, give them 1 to 2 hours and no more. And that leads us to day 5. And day 5, they're ready to go out in the garden. And this simple 5-day process has never, and I mean never, failed me. Now, obviously, you may make mistakes, and this process is something that takes tweaking. Like I said, if you have gale force winds, please avoid that. If you have a day that's 90 degrees, please avoid that, right? I don't want to be held accountable for you losing seedlings, but under very normal seasonal growing conditions, springtime weather, when you'd be conditioning your seedlings to get them ready to go out into the garden, this 5-day process has never failed me in the 17 years that I've been doing this. And so this method was actually talking to me by my grandpa. My grandpa did this with all of his tomato seedlings, never lost a single tomato seedling that I ever recall of, and it is very, very simple. So again, I really hope that you follow this. It could not be simpler, and I hope, this kind of tends to confuse a lot of gardeners because there's a lot of like hours and durations, and what if I have work? Well, again, if you have work, maybe you can come out at lunch, or maybe you can time it out correctly so that you time it out correctly. I don't know. I can't spoon feed you everything, right? I can tell you what I do, and what I did is I basically timed it around my work schedule. So I put them out in the morning, I came back at lunch, and I moved them in. The next day I came out, I put them out in the morning, I left them out for those 6 hours. When I was done with work, I came and I put them in after work, right? So that's all that I did. And then day 3, I left them out the whole day protected by the building. And that's what I did, right? So that was my schedule. My schedule is gonna be different than your schedule, but I find it works, and I really hope this helps you. And I hope this helped kind of alleviate some of those concerns and worries that people have when hardening off their seedlings. But as always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow bigger. Take care. Bye. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, consider checking this one out. You'll probably enjoy it just as much. I want to thank you so much for your viewership, because without it, this channel would not be as amazing as it is. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's free. Consider doing that. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, rain or shine. And if you need any garden tools, supplies, or seeds, check out MIgardener.com. We got you covered. See you guys in the garden. Bye.